Hey, I just wanted to go over some things and bust up some more myths with you today. It's not take a lot of your time. You know, an item or two in your head to think about is a good thing. 10,000 things in your head is a bad thing. And that kind of goes against our prehistoric Zen approach to things. So let's dive right in, get these myths busted, and let you get back to what you enjoy. I get looking on the internet and looking at things, and man, there's all this information out there. A lot of great things, a lot of wonderful things to try, and some fantastic channels, you know. So I'm liking and subscribing and all that stuff, but there's a lot of junk out there too. You know, there's a lot of crazy myths and stuff that people just, they latch on to, and they can just be such a waste of time. They'll come up with the myth that it just makes your mind spin, you know, and it's like, what? I'm seeing information that's it don't even make sense. One that I see out there all the time is like pine needles. They kill your plants. They raise the acid level, and it's simply not true. Pine needles can be a wonderful addition to your soil. You know, it can be a great mulch. It can be a wonderful mulch. And there's no scientific evidence whatsoever that shows that those pine needles change your soil to acidic. One reason things don't grow under pine trees and a lot of other conifers is you get dense shade. Just the shape of the tree itself sheds water. So it rains and the water sheds down the tree out to where the widest branches are, and so you're not getting water directly under the tree itself, but it has nothing to do with the pine needles is why the plants you put there won't grow. Intense shade and then light water, and it's not going to grow. So, you know, don't be worrying about pine needles on your soil. And the next we want to talk about is eggshells. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there about eggshells. Yes, they are calcium. They are calcium carbonate, but your plants can't eat it the way it is. You can take an eggshell and put it in the soil, and several years later, that shell is still going to be there, not having decomposed whatsoever. It could take a lifetime for an eggshell to decompose to a form a plant can actually utilize for its growth. So, just throw your eggshells away, you might say? No, I would stay still, you know, crush them up, put them in your garden, because they're not doing any harm, and they're not going to a landfill, and they can help aerate your soil somewhat. You know, it's a limited amount that you're going to get, but better than wasting them. Yeah, I'll put them in my soil, but actually expecting to get some added benefit for the plant, probably not. Now the last one I'm going to give you is how to break up hard clay soil with sand. You know, for a long time, I can even remember this, hearing this when I was a kid, that you add sand to a clay soil and you get a great soil. You know, that there's no truth to it. That is not going to help your soil. If you just think about it for a minute, here's why. What is concrete? It's sand, gravel, and cement. So clay kind of takes the place of the cement component, but the sand is still sand. You blend them together and you've made yourself something like concrete. You want to try and grow in concrete? No, I don't care if you do, but you know, I'd like to encourage you to build your soil a better way. And always the way to build your better soils is adding compost and mulches. Those things will break down and they will help your soils. If we're wasting it on some weird myth, then you know it's not helping our gardens grow.